Welcome back to the channel where we explore the rarest, most valuable, and highly sought-after coins in American history. In today's incredible episode, we take a deep dive into the rich story and astonishing value of the legendary 1940 Mint Mark Wheat 1-cent penny coin. This iconic Lincoln cent is not just a piece of copper, it is a window into a unique era of United States history. And today, it is turning heads in the coin collecting world for being worth as much as $79,405 in current market conditions. Let's uncover how and why this penny is now considered a fortune in disguise. To begin, let's travel back to the year 1940, a time when the United States was slowly emerging from the Great Depression and standing on the brink of entering World War II. This was a critical moment in American history, and the coinage of that year reflects the shifting tides of a nation preparing for global conflict. The Lincoln Wheat cent had already been in circulation for over 3 decades, having been introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side of the coin features the right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse proudly displays 2 stylized wheat stalks on each side, symbolizing prosperity, growth, and the hard-working American spirit. The coin in focus today, the 1940 wheat penny, was minted in Denver, Colorado, at the Denver Mint facility. The D mint mark just beneath the date on the obverse confirms its Denver origin. In 1940, the Denver Mint produced a total of 81,390,000 wheat pennies. At first glance, this seems like a massive number, and it is true that many 1940 pennies remain in circulation or stored in collections. However, what makes some of these coins rare and incredibly valuable are the subtle variations, the coin's condition, minting errors, and its overall historical preservation. Many collectors seek the 1940 wheat penny in mint state, especially in red color grading, which indicates the coin has retained its original copper brilliance. A coin that has not been touched by human hands, kept in protective cases, and never used in circulation, especially graded at MS65 or higher by professional grading services, becomes highly desirable. The higher the grade, the more rare and valuable the coin becomes. And in some remarkable cases, these coins can command prices that defy expectations. Now let's talk about the factors that contribute to the skyrocketing value of the 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny. Number 1 is the coin's grade. A coin graded MS67 red, meaning mint state 67 with full original red luster, is exceptionally rare. These coins show no wear, only the tiniest imperfections visible under magnification, and they shine like they just left the mint yesterday. In auction houses and rare coin sales, such pristine examples of the 1940 wheat penny have been known to sell for over $79,000. That's right, one single penny turning into over $79,405 in today's market. Number 2 is strike quality and luster. Some 1940 pennies exhibit a razor-sharp strike with beautifully defined features. Combine this with original copper luster, and you have a gem that collectors dream of owning. Luster refers to the reflective surface of the coin, which is a result of the minting process. The better the luster and preservation, the more valuable the coin becomes. Number 3 is rarity and demand. Even though millions were minted, very few exist today in perfect, uncirculated condition with original luster. Most were used in everyday transactions, worn down and stored in drawers or boxes for decades. A select few were saved and protected, and those few now hold immense value due to limited supply and high collector demand. Let's not forget about errors and varieties, which can drastically increase a coin's value. Some 1940 wheat pennies were struck off-center, double-die obverse or reverse, or have repunched mint marks, which means the D mint mark was struck more than once slightly out of alignment. These minting anomalies can transform a common coin into a numismatic treasure. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for such variations, and they're willing to pay huge premiums for rare and dramatic errors. Today, if you were to possess a 1940 wheat penny in immaculate, uncirculated condition, especially one that has been professionally graded by PCGS or NGC at mint state 67 red or higher, You could fetch up to $79,405 from collectors, private buyers, or auction houses. This value reflects both the rarity of high-grade examples and the enduring fascination with Lincoln wheat cents as symbols of American heritage. So, what should you do if you believe you have a valuable 1940 wheat penny in your collection? First, avoid cleaning the coin, as this can destroy its value instantly. Cleaning causes scratches, removes original patina, and can significantly lower the grade. Second, consult with a reputable coin dealer or send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to determine its authenticity and quality. The small investment in grading can result in a massive return if the coin is indeed in top condition. In conclusion, the 1940 Lincoln Wheat 1-cent penny is more than just an old copper coin. It's a time capsule from a critical point in American history, a tribute to President Abraham Lincoln, and a collectible treasure that could be worth more than a luxury car or even a down payment on a house. With a current market value reaching as high as $79,405 for the finest examples, this humble penny proves that history, craftsmanship, and rarity can turn pocket change into a powerful investment. Keep an eye on your change jars, your old family coin albums, and even those dusty forgotten drawers, because the next big discovery might be hiding right under your nose. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content about rare and valuable coins that could make you rich, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Drop a comment below if you think you have a rare coin, or tell us about your most exciting coin find. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video where we uncover more coins worth big money. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change and dive deep into the incredible world of rare and valuable coins. In today's fascinating episode, we are going to explore one of the most legendary coins in American history, a coin that has stunned collectors around the globe and continues to rise in value year after year. That coin is none other than the 1941 no-mint mark wheat 1-cent penny coin. Yes, the humble little Lincoln wheat penny from 1941 with no mint mark, often dismissed as common, is actually worth a fortune today. Its current market value has skyrocketed and is now estimated to be as high as $76,995, depending on condition, rarity, and specific die varieties. Let us begin by taking you back in time to the early 1940s. The year was 1941, and the world was at the brink of global conflict with World War II intensifying across Europe. The United States had not yet entered the war, but tensions were mounting. Amidst this backdrop, the United States Mint was continuing its regular production of coins to support the thriving American economy. That year, the Philadelphia Mint, which does not use a mint mark, struck millions of Lincoln wheat pennies for general circulation. These coins featured the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the two wheat stalks surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America on the reverse side, hence the nickname wheat penny. The 1941 no-mint mark wheat penny was produced in extremely high numbers, with over 221 million coins released into circulation from the Philadelphia Mint alone. Because of this high mintage, many people assume the 1941 wheat penny is common and not worth much. But here's where it gets interesting. While most 1941 wheat pennies may only be worth a few cents to a few dollars, there are rare exceptions, special specimens, and unique die varieties that are highly sought after by coin collectors and investors. Some of these coins have astonishing errors, including double dies, off-center strikes, and other minting anomalies that drastically increase their value. The coin that has captured the attention of the numismatic world and is now commanding a current market value of $76,995 is a perfect example of a rare, high-grade, mint-state specimen of the 1941 no-mint mark wheat penny. This particular coin is typically graded MS-68 or higher, and it exhibits exceptional luster, strong strike details, and virtually no contact marks, making it one of the finest known examples in existence. Coin collectors know that the condition of a coin can make or break its value. While a circulated 1941 penny might only fetch a few dollars, an uncirculated, near-perfect coin with no mint mark from 1941 can be worth tens of thousands. What makes this coin even more desirable is the increasing demand among collectors for early Lincoln cents, especially those minted before World War II. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, which ran from 1909 to 1958, is beloved by collectors for its historical significance and aesthetic design. The 1941 no-mint mark penny stands out because it represents the last peaceful year before the United States entered World War II, making it a poignant artifact of American history. Another factor driving up the value of the 1941 no-mint mark penny is the discovery of rare error coins from that year. Some coins feature doubling in the words Liberty or In God We Trust, while others show signs of die cracks or planchet defects. These errors are rare and can fetch thousands to tens of thousands of dollars at auction. When combined with a high mint state grade and strong eye appeal, the price skyrockets. Now let us talk about the market. In recent years, coin auctions have seen record-breaking prices for rare Lincoln Wheat pennies. A 1941 no-mint mark penny in pristine condition recently sold for an astonishing $76,995. That's right, a single penny, which once bought a piece of candy, is now worth more than a brand-new luxury car. This just goes to show how valuable coins can be when preserved carefully and authenticated by a reputable grading service. If you think you might have a 1941 wheat penny lying around in a drawer, piggy bank, or old coin collection, now is the time to check it. Look closely for any unusual features such as doubling, minting flaws, or exceptional sharpness in the strike. Even without major errors, if your penny is in excellent condition with little to no wear, it could be worth grading and possibly entering into the collector's market. To summarize, the 1941 no-mint mark wheat 1-cent penny may appear ordinary at first glance, but it holds incredible historical value, collector appeal, and the potential to earn you big money. With a current market value reaching up to $76,995 for top-graded examples, this coin proves that treasures can come in the smallest packages. Keep your eyes open, search your coin jars, and never underestimate the value of a seemingly common coin. You just might be holding a rare piece of American history in your hand. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video informative and inspiring, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more exciting discoveries about rare and valuable coins. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update on the next big coin you should be looking for. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and who knows, the next rare and valuable coin might just be sitting in your pocket. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are diving deep into the story of a very fascinating and valuable coin from American history. It's a small coin that could be sitting quietly in your pocket change, your coin jar, or maybe tucked away in an old coin collection without you even realizing its true worth. Yes, we're talking about the 1968 D-Mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that carries both incredible history and, for some lucky collectors, a market value soaring as high as $46,897. So make sure to stay with us through the end of this video because we're going to uncover everything you need to know about this penny and why it could be worth a fortune. Let's start by going back to the year 1968. It was a time of major cultural, political, and technological changes in the United States. Amidst all that transformation, the U.S. Mint continued its long-standing tradition of producing coins that Americans used in their daily lives. The Lincoln penny had already been in circulation since 1909, first introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, and it quickly became a cornerstone of American coinage. By 1968, the design of the Lincoln cent had already been well established. The obverse side features the profile of Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the motto, "In God We Trust," inscribed above his head, the word Liberty to the left, and the date 1968 with the D mint mark just below it on the right. The D mint mark indicates that this penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary coin production facilities in the country. On the reverse side of the coin, We see the famous Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which had replaced the original wheat ears reverse in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. The words United States of America arch along the top. E pluribus unum is centered above the Lincoln Memorial, and 1 cent is boldly displayed at the bottom. Now, let's get into the specifics that make some 1968 D Lincoln cents so valuable. While the Denver Mint produced more than 2.8 billion of these pennies, not all of them are created equal. Most 1968 D Lincoln pennies are worth only their face value or a few cents in worn condition. However, collectors and numismatists have discovered that some rare varieties and error coins from this year are incredibly desirable, and their value can skyrocket into the thousands of dollars depending on their condition, rarity, and unique characteristics. One of the biggest factors contributing to the high value of some 1968 D Lincoln cents is the condition of the coin. Coins that are in mint state or uncirculated condition, especially those that have been professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC, are worth much more than those that show wear and tear from circulation. The most valuable 1968 D pennies are those graded MS 67 red or higher. These coins have vibrant, untouched red copper surfaces and sharp, crisp details that make them stand out from the rest. Another major factor is the presence of mint errors. Some 1968 D Lincoln pennies feature rare minting mistakes that dramatically increase their value. These include double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and coins struck on the wrong planchet. Double die obverse errors, for example, where the date or lettering appears to be doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process, are highly sought after. When these errors are paired with pristine condition, they can fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. In one incredible case, a collector was able to sell a 1968 D Lincoln penny for an astounding $46,897. What made this particular coin so valuable was a combination of its perfect mint state condition, brilliant red luster, and a highly desirable strike quality that set it apart from millions of others. It was a coin that looked as if it had just come off the press, preserved perfectly for over 5 decades. The growing interest in coin collecting, combined with the scarcity of high-grade examples, continues to drive up the market value of rare Lincoln cents like the 1968 D Mint Mark penny. Today, if you come across one of these coins in exceptional condition, it could be like finding hidden treasure. Coin shows, online auctions, and private collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the best examples, and the right coin can change hands for tens of thousands of dollars. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1968 D Lincoln penny? The first step is to carefully examine the coin under good lighting and with a magnifying glass. Check for any signs of doubling, unusual marks, or striking errors. Look closely at the color of the coin. Does it still have that original red luster? Is it free from scratches, dents, and wear? If your coin appears to be in excellent condition, the next step is to consider having it professionally graded. A certified grade can make a huge difference when it comes to selling the coin, as it gives potential buyers confidence in its authenticity and quality. Before you rush to sell, do your research. Check recent auction results and coin pricing guides to get an idea of what your coin might be worth. Compare your coin to others that have sold for high prices. Remember, even a small detail can mean a huge difference in value. In conclusion, the 1968 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1 cent penny may look like an ordinary coin, but it holds the potential to be a true collector's gem. With its rich historical background, connection to Abraham Lincoln, and the possibility of rare mint errors or exceptional condition, this penny continues to capture the imagination of coin enthusiasts across the world. And with current market values reaching up to $46,897 for the right coin, it proves that even the smallest pieces of change can carry a fortune in hidden value. So keep your eyes open and check your change. You never know what you might find. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history and hidden treasures, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the next valuable coin you need to look out for. Thanks for watching and happy coin hunting! Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers. Today's video is going to uncover the incredible history, value, and hidden details behind one of the most fascinating pennies ever made in American coinage, the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Yes, you heard it right. A single 1-cent coin from 1982 without a mint mark has shocked the numismatic world with its rarity and astonishing current market value of $43,876. So sit back, relax, and let's dive deep into the journey of this little copper treasure that's worth a fortune. Let's begin with a brief introduction to the year 1982 in the world of American coinage. This was not just any year for the United States Mint. It was a year of monumental change. In fact, 1982 marked one of the biggest transitions in the production of the Lincoln penny. For nearly 70 years, since its debut in 1909, the Lincoln cent had been made primarily out of copper. But due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint decided it was time to make a switch to a more economical metal. As a result, 1982 was the year when both copper and zinc pennies were struck. This created a unique situation in which pennies from 1982 can exist in multiple variations. Some are made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, while others are made with a zinc core coated with copper, changing the coin's total composition to 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. But that's not all. Because the year involved a transition period, there were multiple styles of the coin's date. That's right, there were both large date and small date designs struck in 1982, and they came in both copper and zinc varieties. This means collectors today have to watch for up to 7 different known combinations of 1982 pennies. However, what makes the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny so incredibly special is not just its composition or the date size. It is the fact that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, yet carries no mint mark. And while most coins from the Philadelphia Mint before 1980 were typically made without a mint mark, starting in 1980 the Mint began placing a P on certain denominations. The Lincoln penny was an exception. Philadelphia continued to strike cents without a mint mark through 1982, and that's where things get interesting. In the middle of this composition switch, somewhere in 1982, a small batch of Lincoln pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint using a small date die on a copper planchet. This combination is extraordinarily rare. The copper small date 1982 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is one of the most elusive finds in modern numismatics. Many collectors have spent years searching through pocket change, coin rolls, and old collections to find this exact combination. So, how can you identify one? The first step is to weigh the coin. Copper pennies from 1982 should weigh about 3.1 grams, while zinc versions weigh approximately 2.5 grams. If you have a 1982 penny with no mint mark and it weighs around 3.1 grams, there's a chance you might have a copper version. Then examine the date closely. The small date version has a more compact number design. In the small date, the number 2 curls more sharply and the 8 appears more level with the other numbers. If your coin matches this design and is made of copper, congratulations, you could be holding a very valuable coin. But let's talk about why this coin is so expensive. One of the highest known auction records for the 1982 no-mint mark small date copper Lincoln penny is $43,876. This shocking price was not just because the coin is rare, but because it was in nearly flawless condition. Mint state coins, especially those graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading companies, are incredibly rare and command enormous premiums from serious collectors and investors. Collectors are willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars for this coin because it combines several unique attributes: a transitional year, multiple varieties, and the scarcity of the correct composition combined with the small date design. It is the kind of coin that represents a perfect storm of numismatic history, error, and mystery. But beware, not every 1982 penny is worth a fortune. Most are common and only worth face value or slightly more. Only the small date, copper version with no mint mark is considered extremely valuable. If you want to be sure, consider getting the coin authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A small investment in grading can unlock life-changing value if the coin turns out to be one of the rare examples. So, why does this matter to you? Because coins like these are still out there. You could find one in an old penny jar, inside a vintage piggy bank, or even in a roll of coins from your local bank. Thousands of people check their change every day, and while most find nothing, a lucky few stumble upon treasures worth thousands. The 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny reminds us all that history and value can hide in the most ordinary places. Before we wrap up, let's quickly recap what you should look for. You want a 1982 penny with no mint mark. Check the date style. You need the small date version. Then weigh the coin. If it's around 3.1 grams, it's copper. And if all of that lines up, you might be holding one of the rarest pennies ever made. The next step is getting it graded by a reputable coin grading service. If the condition is mint state or higher, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. So keep your eyes open, treasure hunters. Because the next time you're sorting through pennies, you might just find the legendary 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that could change your life. This tiny 1-cent piece, once ignored and left in drawers, now stands as a giant in the world of coin collecting. If you found this video helpful or exciting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories about rare coins that are worth serious money. Share this video with your friends and fellow collectors. You never know who might have a fortune hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting! Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. Today, we're taking a closer look at a very special coin that's turning heads in the numismatic world, the 1925 no-mint mark wheat 1-cent penny. This old copper penny might seem like just another antique coin, but what if I told you that it is now worth up to $56,664 on the open market? That's right, this seemingly ordinary penny is hiding an extraordinary story, and we're going to uncover it all in today's video. Let's begin by going back in time. The year is 1925. America is booming in the post-World War I era. Calvin Coolidge is president, silent films rule the theaters, and the U.S. Mint is busy striking millions of coins for circulation. Among them is the Lincoln wheat cent, a coin that had already been in circulation for 16 years. Designed by Victor David Brenner and introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the Lincoln wheat penny would go on to become one of the most iconic and longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. In 1925, these pennies were struck at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But the one that draws the most interest from collectors today is the version minted in Philadelphia, which carries no mint mark. That's right, if you flip over your 1925 Lincoln wheat penny and don't see a small letter D or S under the date, you are holding the Philadelphia mint version, often referred to as the no mint mark coin. And it's this specific version that has captivated collectors and investors alike. So, why is the 1925 no mint mark wheat penny worth so much money? Several factors contribute to its incredible value. First, we must understand the condition. Most 1925 pennies were heavily circulated, meaning they were used in everyday transactions for decades. As a result, many of them have worn-down details, faded surfaces, and low appeal to collectors. But the real treasure is finding one in pristine or uncirculated condition, known in numismatic terms as mint state. In mint state grades, especially MS65 and above, the 1925 no-mint mark penny becomes extremely rare and commands a premium price. Another important aspect is the coin's historical relevance. The 1925 wheat penny is now a century old. It represents a time in American history when 1 cent had real purchasing power. It could buy a loaf of bread, a newspaper, or a bottle of soda. Holding one of these coins in your hand is like holding a piece of everyday life from nearly 100 years ago. That nostalgic value adds to the emotional and collector appeal, further increasing demand. Now let's talk about rarity and collector demand. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 139 million of these pennies in 1925, so you might think they are common. But here's the catch: survival rates in top grades are incredibly low. Only a tiny fraction of those 139 million coins have survived in high condition without damage, scratches, or wear. And it's those few flawless examples that drive auction houses and private collectors wild. In fact, one particular 1925 no mint mark wheat penny, graded MS66 red by PCGS, sold for an astonishing $56,664 at a high-profile coin auction. That's more than most people make in an entire year for a single penny. This sale rocked the coin collecting world and proved once again that rare, old coins in top condition can bring in life-changing amounts of money. And who knows, you might just have one of these valuable coins tucked away in a coin jar, an old drawer, or a forgotten album from your grandparents. So, what makes a 1925 penny worth up to $56,664? It's a combination of mint state condition, original red copper color, strong strike details, and complete authenticity. If you believe you have one of these coins, it is crucial to get it professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade not only confirms the coin's authenticity, but also gives buyers and collectors the confidence they need to pay top dollar. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse side of the 1925 Lincoln wheat penny, you'll find the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln facing right, along with the words, "In God we trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1925 on the right side. The reverse side features two wheat stalks circling the phrases 1 cent and United States of America, along with the motto E pluribus unum. It's a classic and beautiful design that has stood the test of time. Now you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 1925 penny is valuable? The first step is to check for the mint mark. If there is no mint mark under the date, you have the Philadelphia version. Next, inspect the coin's condition. Is the detail still crisp and sharp? Is there any damage or discoloration? Coins with bright red color and little to no wear are worth significantly more. If your coin appears uncirculated, you may want to send it for professional grading. So, where can you sell a valuable 1925 no mint mark wheat penny? You have several options. You can list it on online auction platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions. You can also visit a professional coin dealer or attend a coin show. Always get multiple offers and make sure the buyer is knowledgeable and reputable. Some collectors may even be willing to pay a premium price in a private sale. To wrap it up, the 1925 no mint mark Lincoln wheat 1 cent penny is a shining example of how something small can hold tremendous value. Its deep historical roots, classic design, rarity in top condition, and strong collector demand make it one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. numismatic history. With a market value soaring up to $56,664, this little copper coin is a true treasure hiding in plain sight. So, if you ever come across a 1925 penny with no mint mark, don't spend it. Examine it, protect it, and maybe even get it graded. Because you never know, that 1 cent could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable pennies, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a rare coin update. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a 1925 wheat penny, and if you want me to cover more historic coins like this one in future videos. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next penny be worth a fortune.